Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got a lovely sunny day in the garden, so I thought I'd take advantage of it and show you a video of how to release. And like the title said, when and where to release, because there are different ways to release and different times in the golf swing where you can release depending on what shot you want to hit. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. Oh, here's the main man here, Trev. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail and tell you what it's all about. So just going to get set up and I'll see you in 2 seconds. So I get quite a lot of questions about release and what to release and how to release. So if you've seen previous videos, you would have heard me mention this quite a lot because it is part of quite a lot of my DNA in the way I teach, because releasing isn't just about hands. And when we hear the word release, generally everyone thinks about their hand release, which is correct. But remember, in a golf swing, it's all about the blend. So yes, you need to release this club into the ball with your hands and how to release that, which I'll show you in a minute. But remember, there's other parts of the body that need to release as well. So there's legs and feet, about how they move and release through the ball and how they twist. It's basically your torso and how that is able to release and twist as well. So remember, release isn't just about a movement of the hands and arms. It's about a combination of your hands, arms, legs, feet movement, body movement. Now, depending on what shot you want to hit, if you're a slicer of the ball and you want to try and eliminate your slice a little bit more, yes, maybe think about a little bit more hand release. If you're an overdrawer of the ball and you hook it, so a little bit more body release may be required there. So it's all little kind of all pieces of the jigsaw, I should say, about how to kind of blend all those pieces in. It's really important how we do this. So I'm going to start off with the most, I'd say the most popular and required release of someone's swing, and that's the hand and arm release. So remember, so hand and arm. So it's basically your hand going from kind of palm sideways to palm sideways, like you're shaking hands. So if you want to release on that and practice that, so you just kind of pick the club up and it's like a little L shape either side of the ball. So you're not moving any motion, not moving any body, you're just swinging your hands back. Club points up in the air, you're dropping it back to the ball, and then you're rolling this right hand. So slow motion swing you're going to see here, you can see the right hand rolling over. And I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do that pretty much by the time I get to about here in the golf swing. Just going to grab a ball. By the time I get to about here, I'm going to really focus on my hand rolling, and that's really going to get the toe rolling into the ball and turning over, just like a footballer would do as he kicks the ball, comes in from the side, and the foot is the club face, and then you can see the curve of the ball. It's the same with a golf shot. When I get to about here, the club's coming slightly from the inside, I'm rolling my hand, my right hand, because I'm right-handed. The more I roll, the more the toe rolls over the ball and produces right to left spin. From here, we can introduce a little bit more leg action. So the more we release our legs, which basically means a kick in with the right knee, bit of pressure coming down into the right foot, and on the inside of the foot, we don't twist the other way. That's going to now allow us to give a little bit of weight transference. So you can see the more I kick my right side through, the more my weight is now obviously on my left side. So if I introduce a little bit more lateral motion into my golf swing, which basically means getting weight off my right side to my left, it allows the club to drop if you're nice and smooth and light with your grip. So not a full swing, so we're still working on the hands and arms, but you're kicking through a little bit as well. Sam Snead said once, kiss the knees. Beautiful feeling. On the follow through, he is now waiting for the club to drop down. He had the best squat in golf, but from here, he kissed his knees together. Beautiful feeling to take onto the golf course, everyone. Kiss the knees. Right, so there's your leg release, together with a hand and arm release. Going to go into a little bit more detail about the hands, by the way. There's a different way to release it. Now we're going to work on body. Now, people who slice it probably don't need body because they open too quickly. But people, let's say like myself, who naturally a bit of a right to left player on a bad day, you want to be able to kind of really twist your body through the ball. Now, to be able to twist your body through the ball, if you've got an arrow coming out your torso or your sternum, to be able to kind of go a bit further than there, it's my flexibility, I've got to now release that right leg. So remember, releasing your legs and having a good leg release allows this to twist, allows your top half to twist over your bottom half. Don't have 6-inch nails in your right shoe because you're going to be kind of restricted too much. So allowing the release of your hands into impact. So we're not really releasing your body too early. I gave a lesson to Josh this morning, like a FaceTime. Remember Josh, who I took on at Chesterfield? We just did a FaceTime quickly, and Josh has a kind of a little fault of a little bit too quick with his leg release, which gets the club a little behind him, and then he has to flick. A lot of people who slice the ball would like that fault, but for Josh he gets a little bit too flicky. So for him, he wanted to allow this to drop down, get his release a bit more out in front of his legs, and then from there everything twists and turns through the ball. So there's a little timing involved. So that's the kind of the overall feeling if you just want neutral. Now, majority, remember, like I said, if you're a slicer of the ball, you're probably going to need a little bit more leg action together with a little bit more hand and arm action, especially hands. And remember, your wrist doesn't break down. So a lot of people who try and feel this right hand, because remember, someone who slices it is probably over the top and stuck behind it, and then they're cutting across and holding on. Cutting across, holding on generally means you've got your right hand under your left too long. So you can see on the follow through, if you've seen your swing and you've got this, you're probably going to chicken win it and the club's going to be open too much, and there's your slice. From here, you need to feel like, you slicers, this glove logo is pointing completely down as quick as you can. So from looking at the front camera to looking at the ground. There's a great little exercise you can do with one hand or both hands. Look how released that is. Now I'm doing 0 effort with anything else. A little bit of kick in, tiny bit, 5%, but I'm really focused. It's a great one to do with one hand because you're really putting a lot of pressure down into the ground, down into that club head, and then you take that to the golf course, take that to the shot, you feel like your wrists are really releasing as much as you can. It's really important how you release, everyone. If you're a slicer of the ball, forget about your body. If you're a slicer and the ball starts left too much, forget about your body. You've probably got too much body motion, so you've got too much release of your body. Chuck a little bit of leg action in there and throw a bit of release action in there. Because I've seen people struggling for distance, introduce a bit of more snap and release down there, and it's like, wow, where's that extra 20 yards come from? There's a when and where. The when isn't up the top of the backswing, nice and relaxed, allow this club to feel heavy. To be able to do that, give a little bit of lateral, kick off your left side and release those hands and arms. One beautiful little exercise. It's a massive exaggeration, extreme exaggeration. See, it's kind of in line. Maybe I've got the ball just slightly on the outside, as you can see from the behind view. What you're wanting is the club to be that side of the yellow stick. So this is a good one for you slicers. So nice and easy, a little bit more of a narrow stance to help the base kind of not move around too much. You can kick your right knee in a little bit, but you're going to feel like your club is going to miss the wall this side. Exaggeration, massive exaggeration. If I miss this stick on the follow through, I'm going to have to drop it on the inside because I'm not going to instinctively do that. If you told me to miss this stick on the inside, I'm not going to drop it on the inside, I'm going to throw my club on the outside. So to influence your downswing, change your follow through. I've seen it happen. So there's no one rule fits all, by the way. Because of that, there's not going to be a lot of body rotation. You can see I just clipped it, but you can see I got the inside of the ball and swung away from me. So if you want to do that at home, you don't actually have to hit a ball. You can see hitting a ball influences a little bit of old. A lot of people who especially struggle with distance don't release as much as they should. So I hope that helps you. So from a very sunny home. Hello, Trev. From the sunny UK. Hopefully it'll be sunny on the next video on Friday. We bid you farewell and have a great golfing week, everyone. Until the next time, cheerio.